Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody is fine and enjoying your wonderful day. So, in today's class, we are going to study in detail about the unit number 4, Constitution and Government. So, as you all know, in that we have already completed the introduction, meaning, features, and types of the Constitution. In today's class, we are going to study about the what are the essential element of the Constitution. Before that, we'll see why the Constitution came into existence. What was the reason behind it? So, as you all know, in the 1600 BC, the East India Company came to India by sea route, and the purpose of their visit was for the trade purpose. Slowly, they began to trade in India, and they exported the spices for their country, and they learned that people of India were very obedient, soft hearted, and have friendly nature, and there was no unity among the Indian rulers. So the British quickly adapted the policy of divide and rule, and slowly they stepped into the administration system. All the higher positions were given to the Britishers, and Indians were treated like slaves, and there was no equality in the society. Only the uh, higher class enjoyed the higher status, and others were exploited. They were not given opportunity in any field, like they were not given education and empowerment, equality, justice, and they were not allowed to enter the temple or to use the public facilities like transport, fountains, and wells. In order to create the equality among all, um, there was a freedom struggle. So all the Indian leaders and rulers came uh, together to fight against the British, and the Sipahi movement was started. Later on, Quit India movement was started, and many others. The main theme of the Indian government is to get Swaraj, means the self rule. After the Round Table Conference of 1932, finally India got independence on 1947. Soon after the independence, the Constitution Assembly was established in order to create the equality among the people. So, under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the constitution was drafted, and it came into enforce on 26 January 1950. So now let's have a look at what are the basic essential elements of the constitution. Means what all things does the constitution must include. So in that first one, aims and objectives. Always the constitution must begin with clear aim and objectives. An ideal constitution contains aims and objectives of the state. The preamble of the constitution serve this purpose. So these aims and objectives always concern to the state government and the citizen of that particular country. Next one, clarity and precision. As you all know, Constitution is a very big document, but it has to contain clarity and it should be small. The principles should be very clear and the language used in the constitution should not create any confusion among the people. Next, comprehensive and brief. It should be comprehensive means it should include all. At the same time, it should be brief. An ideal constitution must be comprehensive. That means it should include all the details of the government, such as its powers, functions, rights, obligation of the people. But at the same time, it should be brief enough to understand and should not contain any unnecessary details, and everything should be explained very clearly without any controversies. Next, structure of the state. The constitution of the country determines the structure of the state, whether it is a unitary government like UK or federal government like USA. The purpose of constitution is to determine what kind of structure of state that particular country has, whether the government is unitary means single government like United Kingdom, or federal government like the USA. Now, form of the government. Next point. Constitution also prescribes the form of the government, like what kind of government does the country have. The constitution also gives the picture. For example, India is having the parliamentary form of government and the USA is having presidential government. Next point, organs of the government. An ideal constitution always contains the outline of the organization, powers and function of legislature, executive and judiciary. As you all know, these three organs are very important for government to function well. Next, fundamental rights. The Constitution contains the uh, rights which are very essential for individual development. It is granted to the citizens for their overall development. Then next point, the method of amendment. As you all know, in the flexible and rigid, we have already learned how the amendment procedure is possible in the constitution. So in the rigid, we need a special method for the amendment. In flexible, we don't need any kind of special provision. It is just passed as a ordinary law. The framers of the constitution cannot anticipate the changes that are likely to take place in the course of time. An ideal constitution should represent the need of the people and always try to meet these needs. It provides for a method for its amendment. Constitution which does not provide for its amendment do not provide its preservation, according to Edmund Burke. So Burke said it is very important to have a method of amendment in the constitution, because as time changes, the needs of the people are also changes. At that time we should have this particular kind of amendment so that we can change the article according to the needs of the people. Ensure the independence of judiciary. An independent judiciary is essential for success of the democracy. The independence of judiciary must also granted by the constitution. It should be free from legislative and executive control, otherwise impartially cannot be accepted. So, as you all know, there are three organs of the government. One is legislature, which enacts the law, executive execute the law, and judiciary that give the justice to all. Always the judiciary should be independent from the legislature and executive, otherwise the impartiality cannot be accepted. So this is all about the essential elements of the constitution. We'll end this section here. If you have any doubts, please comment down in the comment section. I will definitely clear your doubts in my upcoming section. Please do subscribe to my channel for more interesting topics in the upcoming section. See you all tomorrow. Till then, take care and stay safe.